Okay, so welcome to the webinar. My name is Eric Johnson. I'm the creator of Teamzy. I'm also CEO of the company. Really excited to be here with you guys tonight, doing our first ever training just for Scentsy distributors. This is going to be so cool. I'm actually in my, this is what we call the shed quarters, which is my shed office in my backyard here in beautiful San Diego. Coming to you guys live. If you hear my dogs or my kids running around, that's because I'm a normal person like you, and they are in fact doing that right now. So here's what we're going to do tonight. The topic tonight is how to slay your Scentsy business in less than an hour a day. And guys, there's a lot of ground that I want to cover in just about 30 minutes or so tonight. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to set up Teamzy. I'm going to show you how to, once you get it set up properly, how to go in and do a power hour in like 25 minutes. So what used to take maybe an hour to do will take about 25 minutes to do. And then I'm going to also show you how to follow up like a pro. I'm going to do all that as quickly as I can. And it's a lot of content. But here's what I want you guys to know. That if you can do this, what I'm going to show you today, if you can do this 30-minute span of activity every single day, you will blow your business up. Your business will be huge. It will never stop growing. It'll be consistent. It'll be huge. Okay, so you just need to do these little things. It's just like good nutrition and exercise every day gets you results with your body. This is how you get results for your business. So we're going to do all that, and then we'll do a Q&A. So you'll notice right down, I think it's right down there, there's a Q&A button, or right up here, there's a Q&A button, depending on your browser. Put your questions in there, and I'll answer all of them at the end. Okay, so I'm really excited to be here again. Let's have some fun with this. I'm going to jump right into the app and start showing it to you. Before I do, I just want to say this. Make sure you're already on a free trial. If you guys aren't, get in there on a free trial. It's free to use. We do that on purpose. We want you to be able to use it for free for a month because we really believe that if you use it for a month, you'll absolutely love it and you'll get amazing results, which will pay for the subscription forever. Okay. Right now, you guys are in a beta period for Scentsy because it's a new release to your network, which means that everybody who starts their free 30-day trial before December 16th will be eligible to become a founding member in the Scentsy network. What that means, guys, is that you get a better rate for the rest of your life than everyone else will. So definitely get in there and start your trial and get your whole team to do it now too, because a lot of them are going to love Teamzy and they should get that better rate, right? So get them in there. Okay, let's jump in. Now you guys are looking at my Teamzy dashboard, okay? And so what we're gonna do is when you come into your free trial the first time, you're gonna be inside a setup wizard, which just makes it super easy to set up. If any of you have ever used any sort of CRM, Salesforce or Microsoft Dynamics or any of those other CRMs, maybe at work or in your business, you will appreciate how incredibly simple this is to set up. Okay, so I'm gonna relaunch that setup wizard just by going here. And this is what it looks like. Okay. You guys may think I'm a techie, but I'm not. I love building technology because I absolutely have no idea how it works. I just want it to work for me. Okay, so here's how we set it up. We're gonna do three things. We're gonna set your income goal, we're gonna create a powerful why, and we're gonna get your contacts in and ranked. Okay, we're gonna do that in our setup. Now, one thing I want to explain to you guys a little bit as we go forward with this. Teamzy is not a tracking app. It's a lead generation system. It will do all your tracking for you. It'll do it automatically, in fact, because I don't think you should work hard at that. But what it's going to do is it's built on a philosophy, the idea of relationship marketing, the concept that if you focus on helping other people, if you focus on making people's day, if you focus on deepening relationships and meeting new people. If that's your focus, your business will grow unbelievably, right? But you need a system. You need to systemize that effort so that it's consistent. That's what I'm going to show you we're doing tonight. But it's going to be a little bit different. We're not going for close. We're not going for sales. We're not going for recruits. We're going to make people's day. And in the process of that, we're going to create tons of opportunities for sales and recruits, if that makes sense. Okay. I know a couple of you went, I like what he's saying. That's me. That's good. You're in the right place. So the first step is to set an income goal. Just put a number in here, okay? I'm going to put $100,000. Is that enough zeros? Yes. How much income would you like to make in the next 12 months? Look, I know a couple of you guys are on here and you're well beyond this already. So here's what I want you guys to do for your numbers. I want you guys to put in what is the amount of income you'd like to create newly create in your business in the next 12 months. Not counting everything that's coming from your network, okay? So what is the income that you want to create through your own recruiting and sales and whatnot? Okay. And for those of you guys just starting, you're just going to put a number in here. Now, what happens with this number is Teamzy in the background figures out what I need to do every day to hit this goal, okay? So what it's telling me already is that I need to connect with 2,899 people this year, right? That's pretty doable, right? How many of you guys think, no problem, 3,000 people? Done, Eric, easy. Okay, it may seem like a lot, guys, but remember, this is something that we chip away at every day. If you need to eat an elephant, how do you do it? Do you guys know this one? If you need to eat an elephant, you do it one bite at a time. I'm going to continue to the next page because that's going to show us our breakdown, okay? And so now we've got this broken down into 3 groups: prospects, customers, and consultants, okay? So there's our 3 groups. And then it breaks it down yearly, monthly, weekly, and daily. So that huge number that seems so overwhelming is now actually, I just need to connect with 6 prospects, 4 customers, and 3 consultants every day. It's only 13 people, you guys. It's only 13 people. That is 15 minutes of work in Teamzy. I'm telling you right now, once you get good at this, easy, 15 minutes a day. That's all that is. And then of course we want to invite 3 people to see, you know, to see the opportunity a little deeper. Maybe we're going to bring them to a party. Maybe we're going to invite them to a business opportunity presentation. Whatever the case may be, we want to invite 3 people daily, and then we want to add new people to the list. These are people we're meeting. People we're meeting face-to-face, belly-to-belly, or on social media, but we're adding proactively people to our list every day. Okay, so this is your power hour. And once you set these goals, by the way, you can change these. Okay, you can change these. Okay, I'm gonna make them bigger because I don't think that's enough people. Bigger goal, right? Okay, so you can change these however you want. Whatever you leave them at, when you hit continue, it saves it to your dashboard, okay? And you can always go back and change those. Don't worry about it. Next step is finding your why. Hold on, I need a sip of water for this because I get a little passionate about this part. Finding your why. I know the last part made sense, right? We're setting goals. We're going to tell you activities. Some of you guys are going, why do we need to do a finding our why activity to set up this app to track and to connect with people in our business? Here's why, guys. No pun intended. Statistically, 1 in every 2 of you will quit within the first year, statistically. So some of you guys who have been around a while, you know that that holds true. So 1 out of 2 people in this business will quit. And here's what I want you guys to really get. All of us are quitters. All of us are quitters. We've quit a million times in our lives, and we will do it again. The only reason why you will persist through anything and not quit is when you have a reason to. See, we don't have willpower. That whole willpower thing's a myth. What we have is why power. We need a reason why. So let me ask you a question. Why did you become a Scentsy consultant? Do you know why? Why are you a Scentsy consultant? How do you answer that question? And is it a strong enough reason that will help you persist through whatever might happen to you in your life this year that will make you want to quit this business? Because yeah, the business can be hard, but a lot of times it's other things. It's our personal life. It's our family, our relationships that cause drama in our lives and make us want to quit our business. Here's the thing I will guarantee you, trouble will come to you this year. Now, this could be the greatest year of your life. And I always plan to have my best year ever, and I always do. And that doesn't mean it's ever easy, but you got to be prepared. If you put your armor on before battle, you're ready. That means what I'm saying by that is, if you don't know why you're a Scentsy consultant, you're not prepared for the challenges that are coming. So here's what we did. For those of you who are personal development junkies like we are, we went to the classes, we read the books, we studied how to figure out your why, and we crystallized it down and just put it in Teamzy. So you don't have to go do all that stuff. You just follow through this process in the setup wizard and do your why. So let me take you through this. So these are like journaling questions. You just answer them for yourself, and just to get the juices flowing, just to get your mind thinking about these things. Why did you become a consultant? Okay, it doesn't need to be a deep answer. It's just, why did you become a consultant? You wanted to make an extra few bucks? Great, whatever. Put it in here. What do you hope to accomplish? Oh, I'm starting to get deep already. What do you hope to accomplish? Okay. Why is that important to you? So let me just take you guys through my process. Okay, I came into the network marketing business as a Beachbody coach, and for me, I started because I had a transformation myself. People were asking me about it. You guys may have a situation where people are asking you about the products that you have, that you've displayed around. People were asking me about it, so I just said, okay, I'll just do it. What did I hope to accomplish? I thought to myself, gee, if I could make $500 a month extra money, that would be awesome. How many of you think that would be a pretty good reason to start? Yeah. Why is that important to you? So the reason that $500 a month was important to me, I came from the real estate industry where I was a trainer and a coach and executive for many years, and helping people build their business in the real estate market. And after 2008, it was never the same, right? We had a terrible, crushing recession. I was laid off, as were just about everybody I know. Found a new job. We did fine since then, just right here. Like, we never got an inch farther ahead. You know, and by God's good grace, we didn't fall into debt and we didn't lose our home or anything like that, though it did seem like that might happen. We held firm, but we weren't getting ahead. We were just stuck. And anyone ever feel stuck? That was me. So 500 extra bucks a month, that was important because that represented just having some savings, having some other options, right? What would achieving this mean for you and your family? And I thought to myself, you know what? We could get a new house. 500 bucks a month, we could get a new house eventually. And I was excited for that, right? So this is just my thought process. Obviously yours is going to be different, guys, but I'm just taking you through my journey. Then I get to this last question and I got kind of irritated. Why is that meaningful? How does this make you feel? Oh, how does this make me feel? You know, it was like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this, right? And I just kind of got irritated. But I really thought about this, and this is what I realized, guys. Buying and getting a new home isn't meaningful. It wasn't meaningful. It seemed like a good idea. It seemed like a good idea, but what I realized was it was symbolic. A new home was symbolic of the fact that I needed to remake my life and my family. Does that make sense? It wasn't healthy. I never saw my family. I was working my fingers to the bone helping somebody else get rich. I never saw my kids. 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes in the evening. And I already told you I wasn't getting ahead, so what was the point? You know, it was really kind of a meaningless existence. And here I'm thinking, wow, I was just thinking an extra few $100 a month would be great. But now I'm realizing that this is an opportunity to remake my life, to create, not just to get a new home, but to create a new family life where I can be with my children, where I'm not worried about money, where I'm healthy and happy. Does that make sense? So this whole why process for me made me realize, it just kind of like turned the lights on for me, that there was an awesome new life waiting for me. I just needed to go after it. So this was my why. And my why is the sample text for you guys. This is my why. And in this last box, you put your statement. This is your why affirmation, your statement. This will go on your dashboard. You'll read it every day before you do your power hour. Mine was to create a life where I never have to worry about money again. I enjoy quality time with my family, and I'm present for my children on a daily basis. I'm healthy and full of energy. That was my why statement. And I have to tell you guys, just writing that down, putting it in front of me, it changed everything. Within 3 months, I left my job. I left my corporate job of well over $100,000 a year. I left it. And I started pursuing my dreams. Here's the thing, guys, go through this process. Your why might not be, you might not have a deep revelation on your why. It might just be, hey, I'd love to bring my kids to Disney World next year, which is awesome. It's a goal-oriented whys are great too. It doesn't matter. It's your why. It just needs to be powerful enough to get you up in the morning. It just needs to be strong enough to get you to spend 25, 30 minutes a day connecting with people to build your business. It just has to be strong enough that when everything in life seems to go sideways, that you can still take 30 minutes out of your day and go make other people's day. Does that make sense? So please don't just think this is some weird hippie kumbaya moment going through the my why thing. Take some time and do it. And don't worry about it if it's not super profound the first time through. You can redo it and change it as you go. Okay, one other thing I want to say on this. Some of you are like, when are we going to see Teamzy? Here's the thing. Some of you guys are more motivated by the desire to avoid pain. You know what I mean? You know, if that's you, you know I'm talking right to you. Here's the thing. And you know how you know you're like this? It's like when your kids fall down, you don't just go, hey, be careful. You say, you are going to smash your head open, you know, and you go to the most awful consequence ever in your mind and out loud, the awfulizing thing. Okay. There's one, every couple has at least one person like that. If you're designed like that, you may want to also consider putting in here like what I call a dark why, which is the consequences, the negative consequences of failure for you. If I fail, this will happen. Okay? Because if you're designed where avoiding that pain point is a stronger motivator for you than just painting the rosy picture of where you're going to be, then do it that way. Whatever it takes to get where you need to go. Does that make sense? Okay. That's all I'm going to say on that. That was one of my famous passion tangents. I'm done. So this is the last, the My Why box is the only one that really matters as far as your dashboard goes. Make sure you have some, like, you know, that doesn't count. Those are my things. You got to type in something there more profound than what I just did. And when you click continue, that's now saved to the dashboard. Okay. All right. Next, we're going to get your contacts imported. So there's videos here that show you how to do it. They show you how to go into the Scentsy back office workstation and get your files, right? You're going to get your consultants and you're going to get your customers lists and import those in. Then you're going to go to Facebook and you're going to download your list of friends and import that into Teamzy. So it's going to be super organized all in one place. Teamzy's going to tell you who to contact. It's awesome. And then anywhere else that you have contacts, you know, if you're using another CRM or if you've got contacts on your phone or wherever you have them, you can export them into a CSV file and put them in Teamzy so that everybody's in one place. You've got one list that you are managing, okay? All right. Next, I'll show you how to do this. We'll just import a file real quick. So this is the page where you actually import, and you can find this page also on the team page. I'll show you later. Okay. So I actually have my Facebook. This is my Facebook archive right here. There's my friends file right there. We're going to import that one. Okay, so you can see it's already uploaded. One thing you can do if you'd like, I always like to tag things as they're going in so that I have some additional tags on them when they're in there. So I'm going to click this advanced import options, and I'm just going to add the tag Facebook friends. But try to type correctly. Oh my goodness. There we go. All right, so now I know. Now I'll know every time I open one of these people that they're from my Facebook list. All right, so we're going to click continue. And you guys will see it says awesome, you know, click continue. Okay, great. Look how fast it creates these. If you guys have ever done any uploads to any other CRM, I mean, the guys just, it's amazing. I told them I wanted it to be like a Tesla accelerator. Okay, here we are. Bam, done. Those are already created. My whole Facebook list is uploaded. Now the next step is ranking. Okay, so I just want to tell you guys what the principle here is. We're going to be focusing on building relationships in Teamzy. We're going to be focusing on connecting with people. Here's the thing I want you to know. When you come from a relational standpoint and not a transactional standpoint, you're not going to be alienating people. You're not going to be burning bridges with any friends or family. Okay? Never. So all of those amazing trainers that you've seen that just tell you just go for no, just keep going, just keep going. And you were like, but I don't like the way that feels. There's a better way to do it. It's called relationship marketing. What we're going to do is we're going to be connecting with people and making their day. We're going to be looking for ways to help people. We're going to be looking ways to add value to people's lives. And doing that's going to create a lot of opportunities and conversations. And we're going to get plenty of yeses that way. Okay? Here's what I want you guys to know. If you want to prioritize your time, and Teamzy is all about saving you bucket loads of time in your day and your life. First, you have to prioritize your relationships. Okay, let me say that again. If you want to prioritize your time, first, you have to prioritize your relationships because you should be spending the most time with the best people, the people closest to you, the people you care the most about, and the people who are most likely to help your business. They should be getting the most time. Now, if you don't prioritize them first, your best people get put on the back burner while you take care of the squeaky wheels in your life, right? I always say the turkeys steal your time. You guys heard that? You guys know what I'm talking about? If you set the priority first, you'll be spending the lion's share of your time with the right people and you'll be getting the best results. So what we do in Teamzy is we rank our relationships on a scale of 1 to 5 stars, just like Netflix or anything, Amazon, whatever. You guys know how to rank things and give things, you know, the ratings. Let me show you how this works. So let me tell you what these star ratings mean. 5 stars, this is somebody most likely to become a customer consultant or an existing customer consultant that's a total rock star, okay? These are 5-star people. They're gonna show up on your dashboard every 30 days. You're gonna get a reminder to connect with them, okay? Now, you're not gonna have a lot of 5s because 30 days is really frequent. These are gonna be very close relationships. Now, 4-star people, these are somebody that's likely to become a customer consultant with a little bit of nurturing, right? Or there's somebody that's on your team already that's a consistent performer. Okay, they're gonna show up on your dashboard. This is 4 stars every 60 days, okay? 3 stars. 3 stars is, you don't really know. They could go either way. They might join the business, they might not. They might be interested, they might not. Basically, the vast majority of everybody you know is a 3-star. Okay, so the majority of your list will be 3 stars. In fact, when you import into Teamzy, we're gonna put 3 stars on every single person. It'll be up to you just to change the ones who are higher or lower than that. Now, 2 stars are getting a little colder. They show up every 4 months, every 120 days. And then 1-star people, they're on your list, but they never come up on your dashboard. They're just kind of in storage, okay? And you know who those people are. Okay, great. I get so excited, I gotta take a deep breath. So we're gonna go to the next page and rank these. There's a little video on this that basically is what I just showed you. So it's gonna drop you right in to your list on the team page. This is where your whole list lives, and you're already in rank mode. Let me untoggle that so you can see this is normal mode, where you can work with each person, and every time you click on one, it changes over on the right. You'll see their contact record, okay? But when it's on rank mode, now I can just jam down my list and I can look for the people who I wanna make 4s and 5s, okay? So maybe, you know, maybe I'm gonna leave most of these people 3. You with me? And I'm just gonna kind of come down here and be like, oh, Carla's a 5, and okay, Samantha's a 5, right? Or maybe not Samantha, maybe she's a 3, maybe Terry's a 5. Okay, great. You get the idea, and you just jam through your list. Don't overthink this, okay? And you just scroll, scroll, scroll. Make sure you're scrolling on the list, not the page, because the page stops scrolling, but the list keeps going. And if you get to the bottom, you wait half a second, it loads 25 more. See that? Just showing you that because a couple of you guys will message me and go, Eric, it only goes to the C's. It keeps going, okay? Great. Every once in a while, this doesn't work if you're using an old version of Google Chrome. So if you're a Chrome user, make sure you have the newest version. Okay. That's done. Picture that we've got it all done. We've ranked everybody. Now we are ready to go to the dashboard and crush a power hour. Okay. Let me take a deep breath. This is so exciting. Okay. So guys, seriously, when I say power hour, the most important part of your power hour, which is connecting with people, is going to take half of your power hour. Then you have time to go do other things. You have time to answer messages, post on social media, check into groups online, things like that. But the first thing you want to do is you want to connect proactively and start conversations with people. Okay, so here's our dashboard, and there's a few things. I'll just give you a quick tour of it. Here's your why. Hopefully it's more profound than that, but it's there. Okay, your rank is here. You can change this as you change ranks. Here, let's just be a superstar director because I feel like a superstar, right? Some of you guys probably are. Okay, now, if you need to look somebody up, you can look them up here. You can add a new person to your list here. Really simple. And now here's our dashboard. We have a goal to do 10 prospects, 7 customers, 3 consultants, do some invites and some ads. Okay, we've also got our dailies. Did you post on social media today? Did you do some personal development work? Don't make me, should I go off on this? You guys are doing personal development, right? Please tell me yes. Here's the thing I want you guys to know. There's 2 kinds of people. The kind that actually do personal development and the kind that know they should. Okay? If you're the kind that knows you should, you need to rip that Band-Aid off and start doing it. Because your life will not improve until your mind improves. Zig Ziglar used to say that being broke is a state of account, but being poor is a state of mind. Okay, if you want to change your circumstances in life, you have to change your thinking. And the only way to do that is through personal development every day. Look, I hope this little box on your dashboard pisses you off and forces you to do some personal development every day, because I know it's going to help. All right. And then we just, hey, are you using the products? Are you using the products? Are you living the lifestyle you want your customers and consultants to live? All right. Just check those off that you use them. Okay, great. Now, let's get into our power hour. So who's up next? This box right here is where the magic happens. You guys, oh my gosh, we've made this so clean and beautiful for you. So clean and beautiful for you. All right, this is not a real person. The guys are testing something. Let's delete that. All right, so the first person on my list is Carla. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna connect with Carla. Now, I typically connect through Facebook Messenger for most of my messages, but you can see we've got lots of types here. You can do Facebook, email, text, Instagram, Snapchat, LinkedIn. You can call them on the phone, send them a card, get together in person, have coffee or lunch, or whatever else. Just click other, okay? But I typically do Facebook, so we're gonna do Facebook. Now, before I message Carla, I might need an idea. So see this button right here that says scripts? All right, so some of you guys don't know the background of Teamzy. We released Teamzy exactly a year ago to the Beachbody Network. And obviously we just released it a few weeks ago for Scentsy. And the Beachbody coaches that were using it were clamoring for our scripts. The things that we gave as examples on webinars and whatnot, they're like, please put those in there, and we did. So you guys get to benefit from this. Check this out. When I click this, it's already pulled up that it's prospect and these are Facebooks. And I have some ideas of what I can say to her, okay? So I'm gonna use Connect To, which is, it's been a while since I checked in with you. How are you? Hope all is going great. Okay, so we're gonna copy that. Great. Now, I'm gonna go over to Facebook and look up Carla. There she is. Great. We're gonna send her a message. Now check this out, you guys. It's been a while since I messaged her. I'm just gonna change this, obviously, to her name. I don't know why that's question mark. Let's fix that for the grammar people. So there it is, boom. Okay, I'm gonna send that message. Hi, Carla, it's been a while since I checked in with you. How are you? Hope all's going great. Okay, great. Now, I sent that message. Now I'm gonna go back to my dashboard and I'm just gonna log it here. I copied it. I'm gonna log it here. I already did that. Great. And when I log this, now watch my list when I log it. The list moves up. Carla's off my list, and now the next person on my list has moved up. And now I have a 1 in this circle and only 9 left. Next person on my list is Terry. Okay. So now I'm gonna go to Terry and I'm gonna message him. Now look, I've messaged him in the past. It's perfect. Message him again. Sometimes it takes a few times to reconnect with people, and that's totally fine because I'm only spending literally a second with him. All right, and he's somebody I knew from my real estate days. He's a realtor up in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. So look, same message. Did you guys see that? I still had it in my clipboard. I didn't even have to redo anything. It's still there, so I just used it again. You can use the same message over and over and do all 10 for most part. Okay, so let me log that one. Great, so now I'm at 2. See that? Now it's turning blue. Now the next person, I would just go to Brittany and I'd do it again. I just use the same message. If that message wasn't appropriate, I'd grab another one from scripts, or you can custom write one. The most important thing, guys, is don't spend a lot of time doing these. Just get them out there, get them out there, get them out there. You're just throwing the love out there. You're just spreading it, spreading the love everywhere. And you notice those messages, they're just nice messages. Hey, it's been a while since I talked to you. How are you? Hope you're doing great. What I didn't do was send them a link to a sale or ask them if they liked, I didn't ask them some leading question that's serving me. My goal is to make their day. Get in the make someone's day mindset. That's what you want to do. Just so they get that message. It's like, oh, that's nice. Nice to hear from them. It's great to hear from you. How are you? Now, you guys do that 10 times, boom. Then you move to customers. But here's what's going to happen. With those 10 people that you message, even if you use the same message for all 10, at least 5 of them are going to respond. They're just going to respond. And then you get to have a conversation, okay? If you create enough conversations, you're gonna have plenty of opportunities. Now, what is your goal in that conversation? Close a sale, right? Recruit somebody, right? No, gosh, no, please no. Please no. They've already had that person message them 150,000 times. Your goal in the conversation is to, remember, make their day. It's to help them. Find out, listen, ask questions, catch up, find out what they need. Find out what they need. Maybe they just need a referral to a new dentist. Maybe they need someone to pray for them or their parents. Maybe they have been watching you and they're interested in learning more about Scentsy. That's all cool. Just have a normal conversation, guys, and try to keep it light and try to be really loving and caring, and you will find opportunities to talk about the business. Does that make sense? Okay. Let's get back in there. So now we're on a customers list. I haven't uploaded anybody yet, but you'd go to your next list after you do your prospects and you reach out to your customers the same way. There's scripts for that too. Okay, you want to stay in touch with them because your customers are your gold mine. People who are using the products, first of all, you want to stay in touch because they're going to buy more if you're in touch. They're going to continue getting stuff if they're in touch. You want to get them on an auto ship situation. You know, that's your goal, right? So you can have that passive income coming. But remember that if people are using the products and loving them, they are more likely to refer new people to you. They are the hottest source of a new lead there is, okay? The hottest source of a new lead there is. And if somebody can refer lots of people to you, they're a great candidate to become a consultant themselves, right? Okay, so you're gonna go through your customers, boom, 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 we have 7. You're gonna reach out to 7 people on that list, and when they're all done, you're gonna go to your consultants. You're gonna start connecting with your consultants, okay? The same way. This is so important. This is so important, guys. The more successful you get in this business, a lot of times people think when they're very successful in this business and they've got a huge team, you know, and I've talked to people with like 30, 40,000 people on their team. They feel like it's just too big. There's no way I can personally connect with people anymore. Here's the thing I want you guys to know. It's more important than ever the more successful you get. You need to be personally connecting with people on your team. Maybe you can only do the personally sponsored people. Maybe you can only do the leaders, but you need to be connecting personally with people on your team. Having a Facebook group, doing a live video, that is not a relationship. And people need the validation from you. They need the love from you. Sending them, Teamzy is going to make it easy. It's going to be, boom, fire this person off a message. You know, I talked to somebody today who's really successful. We had a great conversation. She's got a huge team. And she told me that this person came up on her Teamzy. She's been using it now 2 weeks in the free trial. Somebody came up on her Teamzy that's on her team, and she messaged her and just said, hey, I just wanted to let you know I'm really proud of you. You never gave up through thick and thin, and now you're starting to see the success. And you know what? She told me that this person like broke down and cried over that message. Guys, you have no idea how impactful it is when you reach out to people one-on-one. That's why we call it Teamzy. All right, so look. Prospects first, then customers, then consultants, okay? And when you're done with all 3 of those, boom, 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 all these circles are completely solid, then you get to your follow-ups list, okay? Now you're gonna follow up like a pro. Let me show you how to do this. So let's just say, for sake of argument, my friend Carla, who we messaged earlier, she responded back and we had a great conversation. We caught up, right? Caught up on what's going on in her life. Caught up on what's going on in my life. And she says at some point in the conversation, how's that Scentsy thing going for you? And I tell her, oh, it's amazing. You know, it's so great. I get to be home with my family full time now. You know, all of our needs are met. We're doing great. Products are amazing. And, you know, the holidays are coming up. We have so many cool stuff out for the holidays. And she's like, oh my gosh, I really want to learn more. Great. So now I'm talking to Carla. We're having a conversation. I say, you know what? I've got I have a little gathering coming up soon. Why don't you come over for that? She's like, okay, great. Great, I'll send you the invite right now. So look, here's what we're gonna do, guys. I'm gonna show you how to do this. I'm gonna look her up again. There she is. That brings me to her record, okay? So now if I look, by the way, if I look on activity feed, I can see all of our conversations. Okay, so that's the thing we sent a little while ago. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna log that I sent her an invite, okay? And you can put whatever notes you want. And let's say it was via email. Okay, so we're gonna click invite, okay? and it was to a party at my house. Okay, so now I'm actually logging an invite. Remember how we had connects and then we also had invites and ads. So now I'm logging that I did an invite. Oh shoot, I messed up. I did not put her on follow-up. So I need to set a follow-up now too. Okay, so now I need a follow-up. So let's say that we've had the parties in a couple of days, you know, and so I'm going to set the follow-up for right afterwards. Okay. So you can also do it inside the connect, guys. So when you're doing the connect, this is where I messed up. You set your follow-up there. Okay, you can set your follow-up there. Okay, so now I've already done that. So now she's on my follow-ups list. So when I go to the dashboard and I do my prospects, customers, consultants, now she's on my follow-ups list. Okay. So I've moved her out of just my churn of like, hey, how are you? How's your life? And now I put her on my list of people who are interested that I'm following up with consistently like a pro. Okay. So here's what I'm going to tell you guys. She comes to the meeting. She's interested. She's thinking about it. And I say, you know, let me check in with you. I'll check in with you and see what questions you have and we'll follow up. Okay, great. Now I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about follow-ups because this is important. Follow-ups are the most important thing in your business, besides prospecting, because you have to create the conversations, create the opportunities to have the follow-ups. Follow-ups are so huge. Do you guys know that 80% of all sales happen between the 7th and the 10th follow-up? 80% of all sales happen between the 7th and the 10th follow-up. So how many of you guys are following up 10 times? Are you guys following up 10 times? Do you think that's typical? I mean, most of the time when I talk to groups, only a couple of people will raise their hands. And I think the reason why people don't follow up more, the primary, I mean, sometimes it's just because they don't have a great system like Teamzy to keep them organized. People fall through the cracks. But I think the biggest reason is they feel like they're bugging people or they're nagging people. Anyone? Yeah, that's the way I was too. But here's the thing. This is what I learned. I learned this over years of helping people. Firstly, when you approach business, not about what is in it for me, but when everything is about you, everything is about you. Everything is about my customer, my prospect. Everything is about helping you. It changes everything. And when you do that, a follow-up is not something that's annoying. A follow-up is an act of love. A follow-up is an act of love, you guys. It's not annoying, it's an act of love. When you follow up with somebody, you're showing them you're actually doing something to show how much you care about them. And when you fail to follow up, you're actually communicating that you just don't care enough about them to follow up with them. So don't stop following up because you feel like a pest. If you talk to somebody and they're interested and this opportunity could change everything for them, you need to follow up. Okay. Now I'm going to teach you, I'm going to give you some quick dialogues that are going to make it really easy. Okay. And they set the right tone. They set the right tone that I'm not following up to get, but that I'm following up to give. Okay. So let me just show you. So when we come back to the dashboard and it's time to follow up with Carla, right? Again, I'll probably do it by Facebook Messenger. I'll go to scripts for some ideas. And I'm just going to grab follow-up 1 because this is like a magical dialogue, guys. And it's this. Hey, Carla, just checking in like I promised I would. What questions do you have for me? Just checking in like I promised I would. What questions do you have for me? Guys, just 2 simple sentences, but they're so powerful because when I say like I promised I would, it's showing her with my words that it's about her, that I'm keeping a promise to her as her friend. And now I'm saying, what questions do you have for me? I'm not pushing anything. I'm just asking her if there's something I can do to help. Okay, so, you know, I'll copy that one, right? So let's say we log that. Okay, we've already got it there. Set the next follow-up. Okay. So the next day when I come through my list and I'm working through my follow-ups, oh, there's Carla again. Now I'm going to follow up again. This time I'm going to grab follow-up number 2. Okay. Just make sure you got my email. Check and see if you have any questions. Great. Easy. Don't think twice about this stuff. Boom. I didn't set the next follow-up. Oh my gosh, see how easy it is? Now she's not on my list, so I gotta look her up again. Be better than me, guys, be better than me. I gotta put her back on my follow-up list. Okay, now she's there. So the next day I'm gonna do my follow-ups again. Here she is, Carla. This time we're gonna go in, go ahead and set this. We're on day 3, right? Follow-up 3. Boom, there it is, copy script. I put 10 in here. I put 10 in here. For those of you guys who don't want to create your own, just use the 10 I put in here. You can customize them, change the name, obviously, from Jane to Carla. But just use these, okay? You can change these. You can save your own scripts, whatever's easier for you. If you've got your own scripts, you can put them in here. The biggest thing to do, guys, when you are following up with people, here are the things you need to remember. You need to be consistent. I recommend following up every single day for several straight days, then maybe every couple of days after that. You got to do it consistently. They need to be short and sweet, and they need to require no action from them. No, like, please call me. I need you to buy now, whatever. Your follow-ups are just a reminder of the conversation that you're having, because you don't want to be annoying. So you just do that, boom, 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 boom. What happens is they will ignore you for a few days typically. Most people will probably not respond for several days. Why? Because they get that quick message and they're like, oh, I need to do that. And then they get busy with whatever's going on in their life. And they go, oh, I need to do it, but I can't do it today because I got to pick up the kids and this is happening. Then tomorrow they see the next message like, oh yeah, I need to do that today, but today this is not good, whatever, for whatever reason. And then the next day. So every time they get that little message from you, it's just like a little reconnect to that hope they felt when they had that great conversation with you. But they're in the midst of their life right now. They're in the midst of their life and they're not ready to do something that requires changing anything. 4 or 5 days in is when they'll be like, okay, I need to respond because I'm being a jerk. And you'll get a message that says, you're amazing. Thank you so much for following up with me. I really appreciate it. It's been a crazy week. And then they'll unload all those little excuses with you, which is totally fine. You just stay at it. You just keep loving on them. They will convert. Or they'll get to 10. They'll tell you, I'm not ready right now, which is fine. No problem. I'll check in with you in a couple of months. Okay, that'd be great. And guess what? Teamzy will automatically prompt you to do that. Or maybe they don't answer at all 10 times and you take them off the follow-up list. They go back into Teamzy, and in 2 or 3 months they pop up again and you just, hey, how are you? It's been a while. How's life? Okay, and a lot of times they become ready as time goes on. Does that make sense? It's so easy to do. You just follow through your list. You just do your power hour. Who's on my list? Who's on my follow-up list? Great. I'm sending them a message. Boom. Done. Okay, then you've got plenty of time to go out, join Facebook groups, meet people, make new friends, add new people to your list, and start working on those relationships. All right, I've got one question in the Q&A so far. Does anyone else have questions? Put them in there. I know I went a little bit long, but I was excited. Okay, first question from Tracy. Is Teamzy a yearly subscription or monthly? Okay, so Teamzy is, you can do either way. You can do either way. You can go monthly or yearly. If you go yearly, you get a discount. Okay, but the way Teamzy works is you prepay your subscription. So if it's month to month, you're prepaying each month, kind of like your cable bill, right? You pay in advance and you get a month. So if you cancel, you lose. You keep access for that period and then it's over. So if you want to do a year, just so you guys know, use your free trial and make sure you love it. When you do a year, you've bought a year. Okay, but you can do it just for monthly too. Now, one thing I want you guys to know is if you get in there right now as Scentsy people during the beta period, you get a special price. You're gonna get a special price. It's only $19.95 a month as a beta founder, as opposed to $29.99 a month, which is our normal price. Okay, Jennifer's asking, is Teamzy just for Scentsy or can this work for other direct sales companies? Absolutely, it can, Jennifer, work for any company. But this one is custom tailored for Scentsy, and it will continue to be. We also have a Young Living version, a Beachbody, Team Beachbody version, and a Rodan and Fields version. What company are you with, Jennifer? Let me know. We'll put it on the list. Rather than building a generic Teamzy, we're building specific ones for each network because we want this to be really comfortable. We want it to really serve people where they're at, if that makes sense. Okay, so I highly recommend you guys get in there. Get your free trials going, get a success partner, get a success partner to do this with you. Okay, do the free trial with you. Just for 30 days, you don't have to commit to being success partners forever, but get a 30-day success partner. Say, let's do this together for free. And here's what you guys want to do. Every day, you take a screen grab of your completed circles on your dashboard and you send it to your success partner. I'm telling you right now, you're going to blow up your month if you do that. And all the people that are like, oh, November, December are so slow for this business. That is such BS, you guys. It's the easiest time to connect with people. It's the easiest time to connect with people because You can just talk about the holidays. And guess what else? Everyone spends all their money right now. They're buying all the gifts right now. This is the best time. Connect with people, go crazy, get a success partner, use Teamzy to its maximum and go for it. And yeah, I know the holidays are busy. We're talking about 30 minutes a day. All right. Jennifer says she's got friends with Lula, I think it's LuLaRoe or something, isn't it? Well, anyways, I know it. Somebody actually is talking to me from them. So we'll see. Maybe they'll be on the next round. Aaron says, when you add more Facebook friends, will Teamzy add only new friends on the next import? Yeah, Aaron. So basically what I'm getting from your question is that Teamzy is not in any way synced up with Facebook. It would be so awesome if they would let us do it, but they won't. So as you add new people, the best way to add them to Teamzy each day is, I'm going to move this around, is this add contact button. Okay, so look, it's really super fast to add somebody. You have to give me a name that's different, huh? All right, so now I've added you. See how quick that is? Now I can tag you up. Facebook friends and whatever else we want to tag you up with, right? I can set a follow-up for tomorrow. So on the dashboard, Aaron, just to kind of go through this with you. See, now I've got an ad. We want you to add at least 3 people a day. Now you could do it once a month. You could do another Teamzy upload from your Facebook page, and all those people would come onto your list, which would be great. They all get onto your list that way. But we really believe that it's the daily focus that really helps build your business. So if every day as you're meeting people, you add them to your Teamzy list, you set your follow-up with them, you connect with them that first time, see if there's any motivation. We call it measuring the mo, right? Somebody messages you on Instagram and you have a conversation, you add them to your list and you send them a message, you measure their mo. It's like, is this somebody interested right now? Or is this just somebody saying, hey, and if they respond, great, you have a conversation. If they don't, then they're just on your Teamzy list. You can build over time. Does that make sense? Okay. Aaron says, if you have duplicate contacts, will they combine? What happens is if you do like your Facebook import again, it won't recreate the duplicates. No, it won't. The only time it will create a duplicate in your account is if somebody has used a different email address. So let's say they're in Workstation under one email address and they're on Facebook under a different email address, then it's going to think they're different people. Or if they're in Workstation and they have their married name and their first name, and on Facebook they have their maiden name and their married name, it's going to look like different people. So in those cases, you may get a couple duplicates, and then you just delete them. But generally, it will not recreate a duplicate. Does that make sense? Okay. Great. Let me just see here. All right. All right. So that's it. I don't see any other questions coming through. Let me just double check the chat. Great. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I know it's Thanksgiving week. I know you're busy right now. But I appreciate you coming to the webinar. I appreciate you coming. We're going to record this, put the link on Facebook. It'll be inside Teamzy too. But I'll put the link up on Facebook tomorrow. You can share it with your teams. Okay. And just get as many of them into the free trial as you can during the beta period, because they're going to get that great deal. Oh, last question is coming through from Jennifer. Is this desktop computers only, or is there an app for phones? You need to do setup on your desktop, but then you can use your phone. There's a mobile web page, which works great on mobile. You just save it to your phone. See, there's my little Teamzy icon right there. And then it brings you right in. So once you're in there, you're going to save it to your home screen by clicking that little button right there. That's like a square with an arrow sticking out of it. You save it to your home screen. So it's like an app. But once you're in there, here's a pro tip for you guys when you're using the mobile web page, because people get crazy when they use mobile web pages. Don't go back and hit that button every time, because it'll bring you to a login page. Just toggle with your home screen button between apps. Toggle back and forth. Okay. All right, guys, that's it. Have an awesome night. For those of you in the US, have an awesome Thanksgiving. And for everyone else, we're still grateful for you. Have a great night. We'll talk to you soon.